Yo everyone, it's Sam here. Welcome back to my career mode on F1 2014. In the previous race we scored our first point of our career in Malaysia. Very good result on that, and we want to improve on that again today. Here in Bahrain then, and this race at night then for the first time. And here we are then in practice. I was doing a 10 lap run here on the prime tyres in mix 1. And just trying to get a consistent run in. I was third on my first lap, and my setup for this track, it actually felt really good. I have to say, as soon as I put it on I knew that I was going to like it, and yeah, quite a few laps into our run then, and we're still improving our time here. On the 9th lap we improved to 7th place there, which is pretty good for us there, and then another few laps later I think we are going to improve once again, as yeah, on the 14th lap of our run, of course we were saving fuel despite only having 10 laps in, and we improved to 8, so that was all on one run there, and we improve on the 14th lap, which is pretty good. And we are now going to look at the lap time data there, and you can see that, well, the first 5 laps were pretty inconsistent as I was just getting up to speed, but then after that I was hitting consistent 37s, and then the 1 or 2 improved actually to 36s, but yeah, it was a nice consistent run there, and I was very happy with how it went actually. And we are going to head now, well, onto our option tyre run, I think. And here we go then, and well, straight away once we got them on across the line, and it was an improved lap, so yeah, we were only just getting quicker. And I may not be as high in the standings, but that was mainly because I was only running in mix 1, because I figured the AI had more to show afterwards, as we improved to a 36 dead there. And looking at the times then, and yeah, you can see all 36s there on a 14 lap run. Once again, well, it was 10 laps of fuel with mix 1, so we saved a few laps of fuel. And yeah, all 36s then, apart from one lap, which was a 37.0, so I was really happy with that. So getting some nice consistent times there. I don't think I had a single off in that session. And the reason I did so many laps is just because, like, for once, well, for the first time in this career, I actually felt really comfortable with the car. And yeah, I actually wanted to put in as many laps as I could, like, with the car in that hour session. So yeah, I was going to qualify. I'm feeling pretty happy here. I mean, wasn't as high in the standings as I said, but that's because I wasn't doing any quick times like I have done in Australia and Malaysia. But in Q1 then, on the prime tire, I was going to see if I can get through on the primes this time, and I improved on my first time, which wasn't that good, and it was enough then. I split the Toro Rossos, and I decided to risk it and go with that one, and I managed to get through in 12th then. Sebastian Vettel there, only 18th, and Kimi Raikkonen has topped every Q1 so far this season. Into Q2 then, and yes, it was on my second run then. This is only the second set of option tyres I've used then, and I was only in 9th, so decided to set another time to try and secure my place, and I go 4th there, so I was really happy with that. And we finished Q2 then in P5 behind only the Mercedes and the Ferrari, so I was very happy with that one, and I was hoping that I could get a decent grid slot here. I was feeling pretty confident actually. Of course I wasn't running with any assists at this point, only in the race do I put those on. And across the line then we go 4th then in our first time in Q3, and now we are going to watch a full lap of my second run here in Q3 then, as we head down the pit straight towards turn 1, getting right up into 8th gear, hitting nearly 210 miles an hour as we break down into 2nd gear, also going into mix 2 to try and reduce that wheel spin. Exiting turn 3 we go up into 3rd, once again just to make the car as stable as possible as we exit the corner, now putting it back up into mix 3 to maximise the engine performance towards just up that little straight there. Into turn 4 then I made one more downshift than I should have done there. I should have kept it in 3rd, and I would have had a bit more traction, but then 5, 6 and 7, that's all 5th gear for me through there, and the car was nice and stable through there. Then down to hairpin of turn 8, 2nd gear, was keeping a nice, like, consistent, like, throttle application through there. Now into turns 9 and 10 I was nice and wide on the approach there, because that is such a tricky corner, and I got good traction at the exit. Then DRS open as quickly as possible as we head up into 7th gear, not quite reaching 8th here, but then into turn 11. Trickier than it looks actually. It's so easy to lose the back end on the exit here as the corner continues round and into turn 12, which is nice and flat out, and then sort of medium medium to low speed turn 13, I think that is. I think third gear is probably better for that one, but then we move it back up into mixed speed just to once again get the most out of the engine as we head into this final corner. And the car was actually nice and stable through there actually, and that was good because it was setting us up for a nice run to the line. And how have we improved on our time? Well, we haven't improved our position, but we did improve our time, and it secured us our 4th place on the grid, which is really good actually. And it looks like we could be on for a very good result here in the race, and my driver is going to be very happy with that one. So here we are then for the grid. It's Mercedes locking out the front row again with Lewis Hamilton in front once again. I'm 4th on the grid, my teammate Jenson Button only 10th, but both cars in the top 10 once again. So let's hope we can get a good start here, maybe even get ahead of 1 or 2 of the Mercedes there. We've got the lights coming on now in Bahrain. And away we go for the 3rd round of the season. And already we can see it's a brilliant start from Fernando Alonso there. It looks like he's got both Mercedes already. They haven't got good starts. I'm going to try and follow his line around the outside here into turn 1. I braked quite early though, and the Force India almost got past me there, but Alonso's gone wide, and that kind of disrupted my line a little bit. But I've seen a nice gap in the middle here. It looks like Rosberg's been squeezed out. I'm up in 2nd place past Alonso and Hulkenberg, and it looks like Rosberg has been squeezed back quite a few places here as it's Hamilton in the lead. I'm almost looking at him into turn 4 there, but I wasn't quite close enough to go for that gap, and it looks like that chance to take the lead might already be running off into the distance, because he's already literally stretching the wings of those Mercedes and is off into the distance, it looks like. But what a start for us then, up into P2 straight away, and we're going to skip straight to lap 3 now, where DRS was now enabled, and you can see the car was not looking too stable through turns 9 and 10. Yeah, as I said, I am on medium traction control now for the races. You could argue that I probably didn't need it in this one, but I just wanted to see, I just wanted to be sure, to be honest. Alonso had a look at us there, but then he couldn't quite pull it off on the inside, which is no surprise really, and Hulkenberg is up into P3 then. So that gave me a nice bit of breathing space, but then we're skipping to lap 8 now, which is my pit stop lap. Literally the exact same pit stop laps as the previous 2 races, and the AI weren't really getting close enough to us. I don't think the Force India was really the best car in this race, and yeah, that was the closest he got actually, and it was a 3-way battle behind me then between Alonso, Hulkenberg and Rosberg. But other than that, there wasn't really much of a train behind me, which is good to see, as at the end of the lap I come in then from P2, Alonso's staying out for another lap, but you can see Hamilton had just pitted and he's already gone. So yeah, you can just see how much of a gap he pulled out in that first stint of the race. As I go back onto the option tyres then, there's only a 3.7 stop, but we're comfortably ahead of Hulkenberg there, we saw at least, and coming out of the pit lane then we might even still be in the points, would you believe. So out we come then, it looks like we're going to be P8, although through comes Kvyat now then, and we're down to P9 then, but we may even be able to get him on this lap then. Not that it matters, because he will be pitting probably this lap or the next one, and you can see that later on in the lap we have managed to catch up to him, and well, the Toro Rosso not as quick as the McLaren, and it's on old tyres, but it is nice to see for once that we are closing in on someone and line them up for a pass here as we follow him through turn 11, and we should get a good run here through turn 12. There's a full throttle corner and we've got fresh tyres, so we should be able to follow him nicely. Now on the brakes into 13, and that was nice and easy on the inside, and we are up into 8th place. But at the end of this, that most people are probably going to be pitting. We've already seen Hulkenberg come in and Hamilton, so we're now waiting for Alonso, Rosberg and I think Jensen as well, but I don't think we're really in a battle with our teammate here today. So across the line we come then. Let's see how many places we gain. We can see Raikkonen there has stayed out, so we can discount him immediately, and we are in P3 then, which will become P2, so that is very good for us here then. It looks like we have maintained our position here as Kvyat stays out for another lap then, so that's given me a little bit of protection, shall we say, from the guys behind then. And we're going to skip to lap 12. You can see Alonso has set the fastest lap of the race just then, and he is right on my rear wing now, and up towards turn 4. He may well be having a look at me into around the outside there, but I think I managed to defend the position quite well. Hamilton is already miles ahead out front, so not really worrying about him as we head into turn 5 and turn 6, but we've just taken a bit too much curb, and that has almost sent us into a spin, but we have lost position to Alonso and almost to Rosberg there, but we just managed to cut him off at the last second. But yeah, that's cost us a second place, and it may well cost us a podium today because the Mercedes is going to be a lot quicker than me now. But surprisingly, I was actually able to defend that place quite well, and he didn't even really get close to me for the rest of that stint, did Rosberg. And we come down at the end of lap 17 for our pit stop then for our changeover to the prime tyres. And yeah, I was starting to think maybe there was a chance I could hang on to this podium, but of course Rosberg was on the prime tyres during that stint, so that was why he probably wasn't quite getting close enough to us. So we are going to have to really keep up this pace if we're going to stay on the podium here today. We exit in P8 then. Of course we're going to gain back a lot of these positions, and this is the moment of truth then. Have we stayed ahead of Rosberg then in the pits? We've gone past Ricciardo, Button, Hulkenberg, and there was Rosberg there in fact, and it looks like we've comfortably got ahead of him, but he is going to be on the option tyres now to the end, so we are going to have a battle on our hands to hold on to this podium position and on to the end of lap 22, and he's caught me already. And well, Hamilton did it in real life, maybe I can do it as down the pit straight, and can you believe the speed of that Mercedes down the straight? He just, well, I mean 3/10, it looked like a lot more I have to say, and he just cut it down in almost no time at all there, but we have just about managed to hang on to it. We're skipping now to lap 26, so he didn't really get close enough to me again down the pit straight, but this back straight now you're going to see, well, there's another DRS zone here of course, so he would have been getting quite close to me here, and as my tyres started to drop off a little bit, that's where he started to take advantage. He's now going to the outside into turn 11, and he can't pull off around there, but he almost does, and you can see he was mildly ahead there as we went into turn 11 there, but I have just managed to hold on to the position, and that would have been some overtake if he'd passed me on the outside into turn 11. I mean, it's hard enough passing on the inside there. And onto the penultimate lap then, we're really starting to slide now with those rear tyres, and Rosberg has got a very good run on us on the inside, but I think you know what's going to happen here as we head into the corner, and of course he does brake early, and Raikkonen, who had been catching us up because we were battling, has taken advantage of that, and he's up into P4, so how about that then, with only just over a lap to go, and on to that last lap now, and it looks like he might even get into the podium. It could be a double podium for Ferrari here, and whoa, massive correction there as the tyres have almost given up completely here, and there's quite a train now lined up behind me, and Willow, is there any chance I can hold on to this podium position? Well, Raikkonen's backed out of it, and now it's Rosberg, who I really didn't want to see behind me, who's back on my tail. Lewis Hamilton has just won the race, but this battle for P3 is still going on, but it looks like Rosberg has just messed up his last chance to take a podium today, and that's going to have cost him a lot of points to Lewis Hamilton, who has already won the first two races. So it's looking like this championship battle is running out of steam already after only 3 races. As we come across the line then, it was our first points last time, but today it's our first podium in our career, and how about that for a result? In these 3 races we've gone from 18th to 10th to 3rd. It's been quite a jump. Who knows, maybe we'll win next time. I doubt it because it's China. But how about that then? Those are the results, and honestly I don't think it was too bad. I don't think that, well, we were causing much of a train. I mean, towards the end we were. I think I was mainly down to us battling with Nico, well, the 2 Nicos really there. But yeah, I think for most of the race we did keep up a respectable pace. I mean, Alonso looked quicker all weekend, so I wasn't too disappointed about that. On to drivers' standings then, and we're straight up into 7th place then. We were only 13th after the last round, and we are now level on points with team leader Jenson Button, so that's very good for us here. Maybe we can keep this momentum going, and we're going to look at the constructors now. And we're still 5th then, but we've got a nice gap over Williams, who didn't score again today. Mercedes are already miles clear at the top of the standings, and we ideally want to be catching Ferrari. So that is it for this race. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and I'll see you next time for China, where, well, I'm not sure if there's going to be much chance of us getting a podium, but we'll see. Goodbye. wonder if my engineer's finally going to be happy with me for once.